What's up, y'all? I'm about to go for a walk. Clear my head a little bit. I've reached a point where I'm not going to, what's the word? I'm not going to spend the rest of my life being miserable because that's what other people want me to be. Not gonna do it. So since I choose not to do it, I'm not going to. You cannot continuously try to please the world, people, when they won't please you. So I try to keep that in mind. We sit around and we try to make everybody around us happy, and in the process we forget about ourselves. And then when you're trying to make somebody happy, they'll forget about you altogether because they have to figure themselves out. I have sat back and I have given, I've taken, I've done it all. One thing I will not do is let anybody break my spirit, break my stride, so they can feel better about themselves. I look at how people say they want this, they want that, and then they'll tell you that you don't want it. Like that's when you hear them say that you don't want it, it's because that they have officially ran out of things to say to you. People want you to jump at their beck and call. People want you, when they're fixing themselves and they're done fixing themselves and you're working on you, they want you to stop working on you just to put all your attention on them. If that was the case, the whole world would do that. You have to understand, like, to be able to look at yourself and say, I want to be a better person, but if the person around me isn't suitable, then what am I doing? What am I doing? A person will only take out of a conversation what they can use. Keep that in mind. They will only take out of a conversation what they can use. Like dead ass. I told somebody something so long ago, but now they want to feel like, well, I'm just going to say this, I'm going to say that. The worst thing a person can do is bring up your past. That tells you that they have nothing new to talk about. That's exactly what that tells you. Like, if somebody says you cheated on them, or you disrespected them, or you did this, you did that, and it was in the past, like, that's because, dog, you're not, if you're really not doing anything now, they have nothing to talk about. So don't give them anything to talk about. People always want to say, oh, I'm gonna find someone to do this, I'm gonna find someone to do that. Well, go. See, it can't always be you're the problem. That can't be it. Sometimes it has to be the other person's the problem, and they haven't figured out how to fix themselves. They haven't figured it out. Only thing they want to do is say, well, you did this to me. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure you hurt other people in your life, right? So my thing is, like, we sit down and we try to figure things out, right? It's always one person who wants you to rush past, like, the figuring out part. Like, oh, I don't care about this part because I now want this. That's not fair to the other person, dog. That's really not. And that's so selfish of people. People are so selfish. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, people done told me, like, oh, well, you don't ever say what you did wrong. I can admit to my faults. It's other people who can't admit to their faults. I don't drink. I don't party. I don't do all that goofy shit that could require me to go to jail. But I'll be damned if I let somebody tell me how I hurt them or I did this to them, but they won't never say how they hurt anybody else. Come on, y'all. We live for these moments right here because they give you a chance to turn it around, turn your life around with it. A person who cares and loves you and values you is going to tell you, like, you know what? Whatever we went through then was then. We can build on something now. we can make it possible for each other now. You know what I'm saying? So when you're trying to do that, somebody will always have a new reason why something isn't the way it should be. Oh no, it shouldn't be that, because what about when I wanted it? You didn't want it. And no. But then when you say, well, what about when I wanted it? You didn't want it. It's a back and forth, right? It keeps going back and forth, right? And the thing about it is, like, if you continuously let somebody like drag you with that, you'll just be like, oh my God, what am I doing? You can love a person so much and they'll continuously get in the way of themselves and you. I've told myself a million times, you don't have to let somebody down you so they can feel important. You just don't have to. People always like, oh, well, you're the reason why I'm going crazy. You did this to me. You did that to me. And at the end of it all, I'm like, wait a minute. No, I didn't. I probably played like a part in it, but you was already that way before I met you, right? So in order to love somebody, you have to understand, like, things are going to happen. You're going to go through shit. If you can show me one person who's had the perfect relationship, understanding with whoever, I'll show you somebody who's lying. People lie like that. If they, a lot of people want to be a certain way in front of other people. They're not that way all the time. You know what I'm saying? They front for a lot of people. So yeah, when I tell people like, yeah, man, shit, nigga, one day I want to get married. I want to do all these things, nigga. I want to have it all. So now I can have it all. I'm gonna have it all. And the thing I always say is, if you ain't part of my struggle, don't be a part of my success. And when I say that, I mean, if all you want to be around for is the good times, then you ain't for me. You're not for me. Because it ain't going to always be good times. And that's all people really want. They just want to be around when everything's on the up. But when it's on a decline, they're selfish as shit. They want to blame you for everything that went wrong in their life, even before you met them. You're wrong. Gotta live in these moments, man. Gotta live in these moments. When we sit down and analyze, and a person, you ever talk to a person and they bring up the same thing all the damn time? They have nothing new to talk about. Well, this is what this is about because you did this to me okay, we already discussed that. I'm the type of person, if we already discussed something, don't bring it up to me again. Don't bring it up to me again. Because then when I bring shit up to you, like, you're not going to like it. Then it's like, oh, well, this isn't for me. No, it's not for you, because now you got to hear the truth. You got to hear both sides of the story. I think for me, all I want to do is be happy, be in a peaceful place. And I just want to be surrounded around positivity. Somebody told me something personal today. I'm not going to dwell on it or say it, but some of that made me look at them differently. Like, I was like, damn, I apologize. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, after I sat down and thought about it, I'm like, that was then. Why do you act the way you act now? I get why you have this aura around you because of that, but why do you act that way now? Like, and I couldn't get an answer at all. Somebody can always tell you what's wrong with you, but never what's wrong with themselves. Somebody once told me, man, you give your friends the best advice. Why you don't take it? I do. I take my advice. Trust me, I do. I also look at myself and say, you know what? I'm not going to just sit around and let somebody treat me like crap when I know I'm better than that. So whenever I sit still and I say, I deserve better than that, that's because I do. And at this point right now in my life, the next person that comes into my life with drama or BS, I'm not even going to entertain that nonsense. I want everybody to be happy. Everybody in the world, just be happy. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I feel like such hatred Because a person can make you feel big and small at the same damn bipolar time. So now I'm looking at my life like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And if I cut people off, like when I cut people off and I don't deal with them any longer, like I don't care about their feelings after that, because it becomes nonchalant to me. I don't care about nothing. Like you'll hear everything about me being successful here in a few months. And a person that wants to be on my own with me should be with me for the whole ride, not just when it's convenient. I'm not allowing people in my circumference any longer. Motherfuckers only want to love you when it's convenient. They only want to like you when it's convenient. They only want you around when it's convenient. People can't be in my circumference for convenience any longer. You'll either be on my side through the whole thing or you won't. Carter's Life.